Bienvenue à tous. Welcome to Reporters here on France 24. In this edition, a TV show that gives contestants a chance at getting their own farm. It's called Ferme Factory, the brainchild of a Senegalese TV producer and entrepreneur. The final 20 contenders are tasked with turning a patch of almost desert land into a small holding fit for fruit and veg and even livestock. But there's an even bigger ambition behind it all. Some are saying it's a way of helping turn young Senegalese people away from leaving the country. Well, Natalie Georges is our reporter. She's with us now. Natalie, looking forward to this report. Tell us, what brought you to this story?
First of all, we wanted to make a positive report about an original project, in Africa in particular. This project, or this reality TV show, which has already had its first season broadcast, really attracted our attention because it allowed us to tackle several themes: unemployment, agriculture, young people and immigration, which are very important themes on the African continent.
Natalie, thank you very much indeed. Natalie staying with us, of course. Let's take a look then at the report by Natalie Georges, Eric Bergeron, Kadiri Atuba, and here at France 24, Peter O'Brien.
It's a lively start to the day, as it has been every morning for a month. Filming for Ferme Factory Season 2 is underway, and the contestants are up and running with the sunrise.
Ferme Factory. Ferme Factory. Ferme Factory. Ferme Factory.
Ousmane Faye, the show's creator, is pleased with the latest batch of budding farmers.
It's a solid group. We had a really good selection process. With a large number of applicants, around 70, we had to select the best of them to have a strong group.
The group's been whittled down to 20 after further selection from the judges. As the weeks wear on, the participants have to try and eliminate one another. And they have to do this while working on the same project, transforming a deserted patch of earth into flourishing farmland. The grand prize is a plot of land and a new career in agriculture.
Une minute pour vous présenter, allez-y. On ne vous entend pas, est-ce que vous pouvez parler plus fort?
Season 1, broadcast on national television in Senegal in 2017, gripped hundreds of thousands of viewers each week.
Donc, en ce moment, vous êtes étudiante?
Oui.
Dans quelle filière?
Management, distribution, pétrole et du gaz.
The candidates are all young people from a variety of backgrounds.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Est-ce que mën nga présenter wu?
Mohamed Lamine Diop, âge 28 ans, Dakar, éleveur.
Éleveur de lan?
De poulet de chair.
Poulet de chair.
Oui.
maa ngi tudd Ibrahima Diop maa ngi dëkk Ndar fa laa juddoo fa laa yaroo actuellement étudiant la en master 2 en agroforesterie, écologie et adaptation.
While Season 2's candidates have breakfast, Ibrahima and Mohammed from Season 1 watch over them. They're now part of the coaching team for the new recruits, who are made up of all sorts. There's a singer, a boxer, a fashion designer, as well as students and people out of work. All of them are looking for a fresh start. El Hadji Fall, for instance, has a story many young Senegalese people can relate to.
I was abroad before, in Morocco. I worked as a traveling salesman. I went through such difficult times there that the best thing for me was to come back to my country. I tried to reach Europe by boat. I tried to make the crossing 5 or 6 times in different ways. Now I think it's best for me to stay in my country, work here, improve myself and participate in my country's development.
After this first month of competition, one young woman, Aram Jeng, is standing out from the crowd.
This plot is where we put the nursery. Here we have cracks along the line, which indicates that the plants are starting to grow. At first I didn't know much about it, but now I've fallen in love with plants.
Here there's half a hectare of onions. As a horticulture student, Aram already has the basics.
I chose to go through Ferme Factory because I thought it would be quicker than trying to start from scratch by myself. Ferme Factory isn't just a job, it's also a kind of apprenticeship. They teach you how to start and run a business. Where do I see myself in 5 years? 10 years is a bit far off. But in 5, I'd like to be one of Senegal's main fruit producers. Even exporting to Europe. That's what I'm aiming for.
Rich in soil, sun and water, Senegal is ripe for opportunities in agriculture. But the sector generally doesn't appeal to young people. To attract more of them, Ousmane Faye came up with his idea for a TV show back in 2008.
It was just a silly thought at first. I was a young Senegalese man who was looking around him, who was seeing that things weren't right and who wanted to help. Despite the flood of social networks, TV continues to have a big impact. I saw the kind of effect that watching TV had on young people, women, and everyone else. People are glued to reality shows from Europe. They're obsessed. I thought we could harness this interest in reality TV and make a program that would encourage economic development while being relatable.
The show doesn't have glitz, glamour or celebrities. It's about real life on a farm, and the candidates are isolated from the outside world for 4 months. One of the project's first backers was the agriculture advocacy organisation ENIDA. Sheikh Lo is their head of training, and he's one of the coaches in the show.
Ferme Factory! Ferme Factory! Sama gaay nu ngeen def namoon naa leen nag naka liggéey bi yéen a ci soble si NPK
NPK. N is for nitrogen, for growth. P is for phosphorus, for production. K is potassium, for quality and taste. Where you are now, you have to focus on nitrogen.
ENIDA has started more than 300 farms and supported 30,000 farmers. But its partnership with the TV program wasn't always a given.
Our organization was created in response to clandestine emigration, with young people taking risks heading to Spain via Morocco, getting on boats. There were a lot of deaths. We created the organization to make young people aware of the dangers and encourage them to stay here and work the land. The Ferme Factory concept allowed us to bring our message to more people and convince them you can succeed by staying here and working the land. At the start, we were skeptical. We thought it was all for the drama, but in the end, it's allowed us to spread our message to the Senegalese youth.
That's not to say there isn't drama. Along the way, candidates have to take on various challenges. With suspense, eliminations, joy, tears, success, failure, there's everything befitting of a normal reality show.
Today we're harvesting potatoes.
Is it a large field?
Yes, it's 20 hectares.
Today, the contestants are getting stuck into some manual labour, overseen by coach Ibrahima.
These Farm Factory contestants started only recently. I can't offer them much, just the experience I gained over the course of season 1, and what I've learned since Anita set up some work for me.
Both Ibrahima and Mohammed from season 1 won a plot of land to cultivate onions, aubergines, peppers and potatoes, with the help of Anita.
After 3 years, they come and evaluate each farmer. If they're following the advice, they can stay here to continue working and improving the land. Hopefully for a lease of 99 years. That's what I'm hoping to get. Being on TV might be important for some, but it's not what motivated me. What motivated me was the chance to win a business in agriculture. There are loads of shows on TV and I'm not interested in any of them. But when I heard about a potential entrepreneurship in farming, I wanted to give it a go. I had no money, so I thought to myself, I need to give this a shot.
Mohammed's life has also changed. He too has been working this land since September 2018.
Before, I had a chicken coop. I did odd jobs and I had a stall outside my house. I earned a little bit of money. I was cobbling together what I could to try and reach Europe. But now, I've moved on from this dream. Farm Factory changed my life. It made me into something. For all those years, I never thought I'd become a farmer.
And like in every reality show, there's also the inevitable campfire scene.
Farm Factory isn't just about agriculture. We also have campfires each week. We're always doing it. We raise awareness about what's in the news.
Hygiène et citoyenneté. Ci lan si suñu jukko ci suñu waxin ci suñu doxin ak suñu jëflante moom neena day defar ci ñëw jël ay loxoom ki sooli bam nekk ko bu ko jébbal kii toog ankañ am na droit bañ kat day sàmm boppam day sàmm wërgu yaramam ndax lan am na doomi jàngaro boo xam ne nii ñëpp ñu ngi koy dégg bu bees tukkee ci réewu tugal ñëw fii suñuy réew ñu koy wax coronavirus.
As far as reality shows go, it's more grounded in reality than most. Season 2 and any seasons to come really will help more budding farmers to grow.
Magnificent film. Natalie's still with us, of course. Natalie, thank you so much. It was fascinating to see and really, as you say, positive and really good. Tell us more about the project. Sort of, you know, how's it financed? Where does it come from? What's the driving force, do you think?
So this very original idea came from Ousmane Faye, who we saw in the report, the producer and creator. He was the one who wanted to use this vector, reality TV, to create a development program, development to fight against poverty and to hold back illegal immigration. It then took him about 10 years to put in place the first season of Farm Factory, which was aired in 2017 through finding funding and partnerships with ANIDA in particular, which is an agriculture ministry agency, and also funding from the EU.
Et un financement de l'Union européenne également. Et donc là, la saison 2 est tournée, elle est bientôt diffusée.
Natalie, I know there's been unrest in Senegal. There's a problem with people leaving the country because they feel there are no opportunities. Is there a sense that farming, agriculture can be seen as an alternative, a way to keep people there, a way to give people a future?
Alors, ça fait plusieurs années que les autorités lancent des programmes.
Authorities have been launching aid programs and projects for a few years now to help young people settle down and become farmers. The results of this are not yet too apparent, clearly. ANIDA, which is Ferme Factory's partner, is in charge of this area in particular, helping young farmers to get started. It's already supported the creation of 60 fairly large farms and helped 30,000 farmers. So it's one of the solutions available to help young people get started, not to leave for Europe. ANIDA also helps people who are already abroad to return, to settle down, to develop a small farm and to have a little plot of land and a job.
Leur petite ferme, avoir une petite parcelle pour ensuite avoir un boulot.
It sounds absolutely fantastic, and you can sense the real optimism about the whole project. Natalie, of course, the inevitable question, I suppose, given where we are in the world right now, the coronavirus pandemic, is that having an impact on the programming at all, on the whole project?
Alors nous, effectivement, on a tourné il y a exactement.
We shot the report exactly a year ago, at the start of casting for the second season. So yes, the health crisis delayed the broadcast date of the second season, which is just coming out now, and then perhaps the third season too. And on a wider scale, the health crisis in Senegal, as in many countries around the world, has led to an economic crisis for young people. So work opportunities are probably even slimmer now than before.
Natalie Georges, thank you very much indeed. You can see the film by Natalie Georges, Eric Bergeron and Kadiri Atouba again via our website, France24.com. Thank you once again, Natalie, for that fascinating stuff. The future of Senegal, perhaps in the young farmers' hands. We'll wait and see. This is Reporters on France 24. Stay with us. Most of all, stay safe.